Welcome to your source for optimism, resilience, and hope. I'm Dr. Terry Paulson, your host for another 5-minute roller coaster ride to understanding how you can claim your own optimism advantage. Constructive self-criticism is an important part of life, but so is self-support. Mistakes let you learn what not to do. Acknowledging successes allows you to reinforce something that already works. To maintain a healthy, optimistic perspective in challenging times, learn to manage your own motivation. Research on self-feedback finds that our internal self-evaluations tend to be 80% negative and 20% positive. There's another message on constructive self-criticism. But why do so many of us fail to celebrate our successes? Mark Twain had some excellent advice. An occasional compliment isn't necessary to keep up one's self-respect. When you cannot get a compliment any other way, pay yourself one. Too many, instead of increasing those self-compliments, look to others for the support they so desperately need. If you're 80 negative evaluations to 20 positive internally, you need 80% support just to break even. Unfortunately, most compliments come at going-away parties or at testimonials when you die. In fact, the only time in life you get 80% support is when you're dating. That's the sales phase of your relationship. After marriage, those I love yous and sweet nothings tend to decrease. One man said of his wife, "I told her I loved her when we married, and if I ever changed my mind, I'd let her know." Depending on the recognition of others is no way to live life. After all, what if they withhold support that you crave? Let's face it, you're stuck with you. Your motivation is ultimately your job, and it should be your job. Napoleon Hill said it best. It takes half your life before you discover life as a do-it-yourself project. When you effectively manage your own motivation, you can appreciate the support of others without being crippled without it. Start by treating yourself the way you treat people you care about. You shouldn't take yourself for granted any more than you would take for granted an associate, friend, or loved one. Building a strong and realistic self-confidence requires an ability to catch yourself being effective. Martin Seligman, psychologist and author of Learned Optimism, writes, "Rather than giving people an inflated view of themselves, we need to give them concrete reasons to feel good about themselves. This isn't about getting a big head. It's about building an awareness of your strengths and balance with your mistakes. You may be winning and truly not know it unless you're keeping score of your own effectiveness. Unfortunately, it's far too easy to take yourself for granted. There's a reason. You're around yourself all the time. In fact, if you're not, you need more than this message can provide. You should be around yourself most of the time, but such familiarity causes you to miss so much. Your own skills and successes are like the pictures we hang on the wall. We enjoy them for the time, but after 2 weeks of walking by them, we don't even see them. They become part of our gray zone of unseen treasures that we possess but no longer experience. You see them when you move or when new guests point them out when they visit. That's why we have guests. They show us our homes. Don't put your successes in that gray zone. Take time to appreciate yourself daily by building some positive self-support habits into your daily routine. The best manager I ever worked for had a habit that impacted my confidence and my life. Every week, he took a 15-minute walk with each of his 8 employees. The question he always asked on my Friday walk was, "What's working for you this week?" Even as a teen, he expected to learn from me. If nothing worked by Thursday, I had a mission. Something has to work today. He's going to ask that stupid question tomorrow. I always had an answer. And twice they implemented my suggestion. He helped nurture my confidence. You may not have such a manager, but you can take his question. To catch yourself being effective daily, use your calendar or journal. Before you close off the day, force yourself to identify and record one thing you did that day that you handled well. Ask yourself what stood out in your own performance. Just knowing you have to record one entry forces you to make each day significant. Make your entries short and specific, but do it daily until it becomes a habit. As a leader or parent, you may want to add a little positive reporting to your staff meetings or dinners. By asking what's working, you can help others build a stronger sense of self-worth. We can value the feedback of others, but Teddy Roosevelt knew the importance of self-support when he said, "I care not what others think of what I do, but I care very much about what I think of what I do." That is character. Learning from your mistakes provides invaluable experience, but don't forget to balance that with a healthy dose of self-appreciation. So what did you do this week that is worth celebrating? Record it in your calendar. Until next time, this is Dr. Terry Paulson with www.terrypaulson.com. Thanks for watching.